good with it, in the hood with it. Welcome back to the Collective Clips, where you already know we get it in. But before we get it in, let's hit that like and subscribe button. Put your notification bell on all, ding, so you're directed in the direction of the dope content I'm kicking. And I highly appreciate all the support. Thank you guys so much. We're going up on this channel. I'm very humbled. It's all because of you. I appreciate it, right? So I was asked another question. Hey, Gun, trip out on this one. And I think the guy was just trying to be funny. But ain't nothing funny about this. I guess it's a little funny. We're going to get into some funny situations. But he asked me, what happens to little people? You know, tiny little people. We represent the lollipop kid. What happens to these vatos when they get locked up in prison? Do they go to some special, like, kiddie land? Is there like a place set aside, like a fucking arcade, where they go where, you know, for people that are just a certain height that can't get into the big boy rides? Where do they go? Shit, I'll tell you where they go. They go right where I'm at, right where you're going to be, right where everyone else is. There's no special Oompa Loompa land for fucking short guys, okay? Now, who do you consider little people? Well, we know little people, okay? There's other words for them that you can't say because you'll get canceled, right? But then there's vatos that are just short. You know, like you look at a lot of the paisas, and for some reason, man, you know, I don't know if it's the nopales, the tamales, I don't know what it is, but they only grow to a certain height. That's a myth, right? I've seen some tall-ass paisas that'll put you on your pockets. But there's not actual a certain place that these smaller guys go. They go wherever. They're able and allowed, right? Like they're fucking different. They're human beings, normal people just like anyone else. There's no special place. I'm going to tell you stories about one of the most notorious little guys that was running around the yarda, fucking having it his way like the Burger King. Didn't care, was bigger than the size he really was, or at least he thought that way, right? And nobody messed with them, because let me tell you something right now. The shank he pulled out of his ass was almost half his size. How he fitted up there, I don't know, right? He was more this way than that way. This vato had this different type of mentality. So when I first got locked up, right, my first stint in prison, I always looked around and try to, you know, base people by the content of their character. Not judge them. Never judged them, but always peeped them out like, hey, let me see what this vato's about, you know? And I came to the assumption that, you know, just because you're big, you're bad, you're mean, you're all tatted down, you're bald-headed, you're fucking walking around that yada with your chest out like a peacock, doesn't necessarily mean you're the downest vato, the craziest vato, or has the most hands. Most of the time, it's the vatos you least expect are going to be the ones that wreck your whole, you know, damage your whole career or wreck you on that yard. It's just the way it is. So I'm on the yard for, I'd say, about 3-4 months, man, just programming, doing my thing. I slid in, I'm cleared now, I'm functioning with the homeboys. I'm doing exactly what I have to do, and it's easy greasy. It's easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. It's all good. I'm thinking, man, finally the gun has come back to a prison where I'm going to be able to just function, do my thing, work out a little bit, maybe get some size about myself, and they gotta get on down the road. Like everything was going perfect. But whenever everything's perfect, that's when everything fucks up, right? That's how life is. When everything's going too good, I'm from the hood. Something's going to be bad. That's how prison is. The same thing as life. It's a whole different world behind them walls. But it's not a different mentality. It's not a different shake. When you're on a yard and everything is just smooth, you're just smooth sailing like a Roscoe song. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Something bad happens, right? Well, let me tell you what bad happened. A bad little motherfucker about 4'1" walked in that camp, right? And this vato right here was that guy, okay? I guess he was very well known, had a lot of respect. And he was a little young northerner, right? Not a little younger. He was, I don't know how fucking old this vato was, right? One of the vato, he had the Benjamin Button as well as the short guy shit, you know, going on. You know, he looked young and he was small, but his fucking mental, he had an old soul, bro. And he was with the business, right? So I remember the day the little homie gets to the yard, you know, hey, the homeboy tells me, hey, bro, did you see the new homie on the other building? I said, no, why? What happened? Is he with the shit? Like, is he somebody that I should be aware of that, you know, I got to watch my P's and Q's and dot my I's around? He said, hey, bro, the vato's a trip, right? Trip out on him when we go to the yarda, right? So I said, all right, cool. So I remember that day I got my shit together. We were going to work out early in the morning, me and my celly and this other homeboy that I used to chop it up with real tough. And our plan was, of course, we were going to do our machina, but then we were going to go out on the yard and do a little extra. Always trying to be extra. There's motherfuckers in prison, the Burpee Kings, that be working out all the time, knowing damn well they're hella tired. But a lot of them are doing it for attention. They want everyone to know, hey, they're ready to go. So anyways, I was trying to be on that hype, right? I don't know why. Stupid, right? Knowing damn well the whole time, oh, fucking back hurts, right? But like, whatever. I'm going to get it. The homeboy was a Burpee King. He wanted to get it. Let's go. So I remember that day we went to chow, early breakfast, bam, smashed my fucking little eggs, my little hard-boiled egg and bread with peanut butter, grabbed my lunch, went back to the cell, and my celly's like, and it was like the talk of the town. Everybody was like, damn, fool, hey, that about the fucking, he's crazy, eh? Okay, whatever, right? So I get to the yard, and I'm expecting some homeboy, you know, that's been around. Pelican Bay, high desert shit. You know, usually when those type of high-power homeboys come on the yard, everybody's alert. Everybody's aware because you don't know what fucking type of dictation this Vato's coming back with. He's a shoe kick out. He could be coming with, he's going to flip that fucking whole yard upside down. Next thing you know, you're not going to be the Burpee King no more. Next thing you know, you're going to be the fucking rewrite the whole bonds thing. And nobody wants that. So it's like, quietly as it's kept, everyone respects the homeboys that are high power, the Vatos that have been somewhere and that are seasoned. Nobody wants that shit. Everybody just wants the program to keep going the way it's going because, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? It's one of those mentalities. So everyone's like, the homeboy's like, hey, trip out. There he is right there. So I'm looking. I don't see no homeboy, bro. I see the homies and shit. What's up? He's like, you don't see him? He's right there, eh? Fuck. And all of a sudden, it looked like the homeboy had an extra kneecap walking, right? But with a big-ass head, right? I said, nah. He said, yeah, what does a trip, huh? I said, what is that? Is that the new homeboy bowling ball or what? He said, what? Then little Vato came. Oompa, loompa, doopity-dee. This is the Norte XIV. That Vato came mobbing. I was like, oh, hell nah. That Vato had his lentes on top of his head. All crazy like, hey, where they found the genes for this Vato, one never knows, does one. It's like the homeboy had some fucking some Daisy Dukes in his cell, and he just baby cuffed them. The homeboy came through just clean though, creased up to, hey, his creases were this long, right? Baby cuffs, he todo all sewed in. Hey, his fucking shoes, he had Cortezes this big. Cortezes this big. So let's get baby Cortezes. They got him at Baby Gap. They were this big, right? That motherfucker, hey, he didn't even walk like this. He walked like this. Big old head. Looked like Pumpkinhead from the 1986 movie when he killed all those fucking weirdos. Just mobbing, right? And I was like, hey, and for some reason, it was like this guy got special treatment. He was already clear. Most of us, we had to go through some motions. You know, in the Northern Movement, it's not easy. You know, you fuck around and it take you days for the homeboys to figure out who the fuck you are before you're embraced and the canalismo is shown within the household. Nah, they're about to right off the top, bro. And I was hella jealous. Like, hey, how's this about to clear already, eh? What happened with me? It took me 4 days, right? They're about to came in swaying to the groove, right? Smooth sailing. And he walks up, he's like, hey, what's up, home? Saludos, my name is Whoop-de-Whoop, right? In this fucking story, we'll just call him Piehead. Hey, my name is fucking Apple Piehead. I was like, hey, what's up, bro? And, hey, blasted back, whole head, looked like a little miniature Baldacci, right? I said, well, what's up, bro? Right? Fuck you from, Holmes, right? I felt like I wanted to just give him a hug. You know what I mean? One of those little homeboys, like, pick him up and just hug him. Like, hey, bro, what's up, bro? Fuck, this is fun, eh? Right? Let's give me that. Still out there, right there. You know what I'm saying? Active as fuck. And he was like, oh, bro, I'm from fucking this and that. All right, cool, you know? And the homeboy's like, hey, don't be staring and shit, bro. I said, you're the fucking one that told me he's different. And I couldn't stop. I couldn't keep my eyes off the motherfucker, right? He was over there like, hey, help me up, bro. I'm going to do some dips. Have you ever seen a little guy do dips? Different type of situation. This Vato's head, compared to his body, was like the same size, right? And I'm not making fun. It's just I had never been to this point in my life. I've seen little people around town. You know, hey, at Walmart, and you just follow them around to aisle 9. Like, hey, like, watch him. Fuck, bro, that Vato eats fucking Takis too, right? Yeah, I've seen that. But I've never seen him like up close and personal, like doing dips. The homeboy and he was fucking with the business. Hey, homie, you know what I'm saying? He was going to get his máquina on. Hey, lift me up so I could do dips. This Vato's head, he was like doing dips like Superman. His legs were like up and they were doing this. And that Vato was, and I was like, that doesn't count. He's not going all the way down. Like for reals, right? So anyways, hey, solid homeboy, good dude. We chopped it up just like any other homeboy. I said, what are you locked up for, bro? He said, shit, me and the homeboys went on a robbery spree, bro. We're still in hella cars and shit. I started laughing. Well, hey, come on, bro. You were down there like pushing the brake while the homeboy was jamming? He was like, nah, bro, don't play me like that. So we got to the point where I'd play with them a little bit. It was cool. That's my attitude. You know, I like to play a little bit, but I do it in jest, man. It's not no cap. I'm not capping on the homeboy. I was a little bit, but I was just having fun with him. But he was a good dude, solid. So let me tell you about the pegada he did. Just like anybody else, I guess. I mean, he got a little extra love. I remember the Southsiders were, every time he'd walk on the yard, he'd always have two homeboys with him. We didn't count it as like him and another homeboy. That was like only 1.5 or 1 and like a quarter. So you had to have like two homeboys with him. So he was always in the middle, just mobbing, swaying to the groove, right? A couple other bigger homies walking with them. And hey, what I liked about it is when you walked next to him, you felt big. Like literally. You felt like you were on swole. Like, hey, bro, I got this. And he'd be like, nah, don't trip. He was a hitter, though. He was a hitter. It's like, I guess when they're little people, their size doesn't matter to them. They don't see it that way. You know, he's already programmed. And hey, to the little people, my love, my respects, the hardship they must go through, especially in prison. You know what I'm saying? Hey, how about his homeboy, the celly, right? It was like, hey, or the home, it was his celly, it was a homie, right? I said, hey, bro, I guess you're back. Hey, he was like a solid, crazy dude, been down a long time. I was like, I guess you got the top bunk now. He's like, fuck, knock that little fucker up top. He said, that Vato's just like, lift me up. He goes, I just pick him up and put him on top. Hey, there you go, bro. So that's good. He said he'd be up there swinging with his legs like this with the rolled up mattress. I'm like, no way. He said, you should see him roll up on his mattress. It's fucking hilarious. He said, that Vato be fucking using his shoulder and shit to roll it up. I said, you're doing too much, bro. You're capping, right? No, but he wasn't. True story. So anyways, just like any other homeboy, you're going to put in your work. Oh, yes. Like the movie Shot Caller, you'll get your fucking hands dirty like the rest of us. I know your hands are this big, but you're going to get them dirty, right? Dick bigger than your hands. So the Vato's like, he like actually wanted to do a movie that, right? He's like, hey, I can get in places you can't. Not with that big ass head you can't. Vato had different size head. Fucking just all head, no shoulders, right? So I'm like, okay. He tells the homeboys like, hey, there was a little youngster that had came. I guess he had fucked up wherever in his reception, and he was on freeze. Now let me explain to you what freeze means for those of you that are from out of state or the East Coast, or politics are different. In California, within the Northern Movement, when you're placed on freeze status, that means you fucked up somewhere along the line, whether it be the streets, whether it be another prison, your reputation, somewhere along the line, you're put on freeze, meaning you're not fully capable, or you might be capable, you're not fully able to function within that household. Meaning something about you just is ta-ta. Something about you ain't right. You can't just function like that, homie. Until we figure it all out and wheelers and phone calls. Nowadays, they can just call someone, hey, is this put the good? Yeah, he's all right? All right, cool. We're going to clear him. But most likely it takes, I've seen about to sit on freeze the whole term. It takes months. And being on freeze is a very, very hardship because you're not going to be trusted. Homeboys can't trust you. So no business, no household business will be done around you. Yeah, you'll be cool. The homies ain't going to whack you and beat you up. But at the same time, bro, hey, that's a hard way to live because you never know when they just say, you know what, fuck it, homie, let's melt his ice cube. You know what I'm saying? NWA. You just never know when that day comes when you're taken off of freeze and now, you know what I'm saying, you're freeze dried. That's it. But most of the homeboys that go on freeze, man, I'm going to keep it real with you. It's probably like 75% never get the comeback. They never, after their due process, and most of them are not cleared. Okay, if you go on freeze, you go on freeze for a reason. If it's that serious that they have to place you on freeze or on ice, some people call it, you're probably going to get whacked or removed off that yard. So a lot of them dudes, when they figure out they're placed on freeze or they're told, hey, homie, you're on standby, people will SB on them, meaning they'll have a shadow on them, someone that's always watching their every movement. Because in the past, history has dictated that a lot of these vatos will get off first. They'll either run to the program office. Imagine the little guy running to the program office. I'm having a heart attack. It'll take him forever to get there. You just walk. Don't trip, bro. I'm going to get there. Get your little ass over here, bro. We're going to stab you. Stand over here. That's good. The guard, hey, what's up with the little guy? Yeah, nothing, bro. All head, no shoulder. He's all right? But this guy was solid. In fact, he was going to roll the guy on ice off. So, like I said, history has dictated that a lot of these guys would bounce, right? If they think or they know that they fucked up. So anyways, a young shred got there. He's from the Tulare County area, man. That's all I'm going to say about that. And he just was not in the greatest of standings. He had done some shit, okay? His shit had followed him from the streets. He went to reception. He got placed on ice. He got put on freeze. And then, of course, man, he went to our facility and the beat goes on like a whisper song. He went to freeze right there. So I remember he had already been there a couple months, man. He got there before fucking Oompa got there, before Apple Pie. And I said, it came the day where the homies were like, hey, look, we got at whoever we needed to get at. Yeah, this homeboy got to go, bro. He can't function right here with us. We had a lot going on in that yard. There was just a lot of business being conducted that he couldn't be aware of because a lot of these guys, if they get moved on, what happens? Exactly. You thunk it. I said it, right? A lot of these guys, just being on that yard, they see willings and dealings and who's what and what's who, right? It's easy to tell, man. That's called keeping your awareness up. You look, you say, oh, fuck, right? Vatos are going to, And then when they get fucking smashed on, they can go and tell the cops that. Like, hey, all right, let me tell you what happened. These motherfuckers, they should have never hit me like that. It's this guy, that guy, and this guy, right? And they're going to fucking debrief and tell everything. So vatos are like, before he could get to that point, let's just get rid of him. And it's an unfortunate, that's probably one of the hardest juntas or hardest conversations you could have is like, basically, we're going to fucking smash a homie. You know he's cool, man. You know he's got your back. You know he's down, but he's got to go because he slept with the homeboy's old lady or, he didn't participate in something quick enough or he was told to bring in some dope. He didn't. He refused a removal. Whatever it is. Whatever puts you on ice, Holmes, and I've seen things frivolous as not making your bed right all the way to, not doing a pegada or fucking doing some weird shit, right? So, anyways, it was this guy's day. He had to go. And who was going to do it? There was a younger homeboy, a savage, a fucking monstro, fucking swole as fuck. One of those homeboys, if you threw a dart at his chest, I don't care how sharp it is, it'd just fall off. Straight made of iron, right? Like had the body of Wes Watson without the steroids and the shit in his asshole. One of them guys, right? And fucking Oompa himself, right? The little homeboy. He was like, hey, I got this, right? This made me have way more respect for little people. I respect them as human being, as people. They are human. So I respect them as that, period. And would never disrespect them. I don't stare and all that shit. I did it for a little bit. It was funny. And then I got used to it. He'd come out, hey, always, he'd be trying to carry his lingerie. I'd be dragging and shit. Let me get that for you. No, I can do it myself. Fuck you then. Do it yourself. And in fact, bro, you know what I'm saying? Hey, don't fucking cry, bro, when we're doing all the burpees. Talking about, I can't do it. Yeah, you can. So anyways, he was going to put the movida down with the young fucking swole ass homie, right? Lil Debo. And bro, pobrecito, these guys were fucking with the shit. Have you ever seen the movie The Wolf of Wall Street? Remember in the beginning when they're throwing vatos like darts? You remember? Don't mind about the head first. Right? That's how the homeboy launched himself. So he decided he was going to be the hitter. And he said, because nobody could see me, I'll just go right in the crowd and be out. Okay? This little motherfucker pulled out a pedazo out of his shit, right? Wes, you would have been proud. What the fuck? Right? This motherfucker pulled out a big ass crusher. I said, oh, he's trying to kill something. This little motherfucker right here is trying to kill something, bro. Look, I've secured pieces. Okay, I know it's upsetting and it's gruesome and it's hard to hear, but it's true stories. You have to secure pieces if you're on a 4 or 3 yard. That's just what it is, right? So I've had my heyday, right? I'm not proud of it, but it is what it is, right? So this motherfucker should just crowd around me. I'm gonna pull this thing out. And I'm thinking he's gonna dig something up. Oh, he dug something out, right? Little ass hands though. Whew. I said, damn, shit all over the toilet paper, wiped him down, pulled a big old gleaming thing out, chrome and shit. I said, ooh, wait. He said, I did it myself. I made it myself. You think it's cool? Fuck. I think it's big, right? So the whole movie that was going to be a yard recall. They were going to isolate this little dude, or he was a youngster, and book him, whack him, right? Go for the kill shot if need be. And he would never be suspecting little guy. Because him and little guy were cool. They used to conversate all the time. Little guy felt sorry for him. You know, Oompa? So, bro, the homie fucking snatched him, the little youngster, the swole one. Yard recall, and that little motherfucker got to poking from nipple down. Right? That's what saved his life. He was trying to go for the spleen shot, but I don't know if he knew exactly what he was doing. That motherfucker was hitting him in the legs. That vato got hit like 25 times in his fucking knees and his legs. Another fucking 15 times in his calves. And then like one in each nipple. There's vato, he was in that motherfucker. I said, damn, bro. Hey, that vato's gonna hit him in his balls, he thought, right? Did his thing. They got snatched up, went to the hole. And that was and that's the last time I seen the little homie. I was like, wow. So I never judged the book by its cover after that. I said, nope, little guys they're with the shits. They're with the program. Of course, the guy lived, man. He got meta-flighted off the yard. We were on lockdown for a long ass time because of that one, a couple months. Now, trip out. Another time I was on the yard, there was a little wood. You know what I mean? Short wood. Short wood was brother! Right? He had like a high-pitched voice. Show me some coffee! That shit made me cough up phlegm out just fucking trying to do his voice. This little fucking cannonball motherfucker, right? He had a swastika bigger than his head, which is rare in that community. This little motherfucker used to walk around like he was tough, right? Homeboys used to say, if it kicks off, that's my target. No, that's my target. We used to argue over it. I said, hey, bro, I'm going to kick his fucking, just kick him. Just kick him as hard as I can. They're like, that little fuck, from what I heard, that little fool got hands. I said, come on now, bro. You ain't never seen that shit. What's he going to do? You know what I'm saying? I'll box that vato with my toes. Hey, him and his celly got into it. A big old wood, right? And you could hear it. When they were fighting, I was like, ooh, he's in there tossing that motherfucker up like a Tupac song. Let me see you toss it up. Right? I was like, oh, damn, that's fucked up, bro. He's taking advantage of the little guy, right? Shit. They came out of that cell. That big dude was like, hey, bro, I think I gotta move cells. That little motherfucker came out like, you guys got any coffee? Right? He was with the shit. Being a little person in prison don't mean nothing. It ain't no different. Don't matter if you're old, you're fat, you're skinny. If you're solid, you got good paperwork comes, you're able to function anywhere. Of course, man, that homeboy that we were with, again, man, there were certain obstacles they have to go through, certain struggles, man. Just like a blind person or a deaf person, they have a disability, and it's not their fault, bro. But you don't treat them different. So, man, my thing is, where do little people go? How do they function? They function just like everyone else, to the extreme, homie. You know, a 4-yard or a 3-yard in the California system shows no remorse, no love, and no extras. None of that for anyone. You're going to fucking do what you do, and that's it. You're going to be told just like anyone else, and that's it. So with that being said, I hope that answers that question, and I hope that you had a good time in this adventure with me in this story, because it's all truth and facts. With that being said, I hope that you move smooth with a purpose. I got a double banger. I got something coming for you. Oh, my goodness, man. Something that people have been asking me for a minute, so I'm going to drop it this afternoon. With that being said, I hope that you move smooth with a purpose. Get every single thing that you want coming. And remember, at the end of the day, it's all about the strive, the struggle, the struggle, the strive. I tell you these stories not to glorify prison, but to just tell you just the fucking way it is. If you ask the question and I can facilitate the answer, then I definitely will, because that's what we're here for, man. With that being said, thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive, struggle, and strive as a Chicano that I am, brown and proud, and do what I do. We are all the same, so let's act like it. This is the gun. Bang, bang.